This next story is very interesting, Silencer.
Is it?
We came to the podcast a few times talking about the value of certain games, right? Certain little collectibles that people were selling, breaking
Oh yeah.
records and doing things, right? Well, this person in particular thought something was a little strange, right? And
Hmm.
I felt this, and this is going to be a bigger topic, okay? But here we go. Report accuses retro game grading firm and auction house of fraud. Do you know what that means, Silencer?
Kinda and kinda no.
So retro
So
gaming is really popular, right?
yeah.
Collection is really popular. Now,
Okay.
the grading system is proving that the authenticity of this is in perfect condition, right?
Hmm.
It's untouched, there's no marks. It's a perfect thing of the game. It's essentially brand new, right? It tells you it
Mint
helps you,
conditioner.
yeah, perfect. It does things that it separates it from the normal stuff and makes it more easier to buy because you know that it's brand new, right?
Yeah.
Now sometimes you got to go to auctions, and sometimes the auctions go super high. Okay. Now we have way way deep conspiracy here. Okay.
Okay.
Now they're saying that not only are the games false graded, right, where the graded shit is like, if it says it's a 10, it's not a 10, it's like a 4 because it's creases, the game's fucked up inside, but they put it in the casing and somebody opened the casing to play it
Ooh.
and they found out this shit, right? So that's one thing, right? The
Yeah.
other thing is the auction house, the auctions would go so high and they would only go high because people in the auction house that worked for them would start throwing around numbers so the auction would get sky high and the buyer would get so desperate and spend $500,000 on something.
Mm.
So how do you feel about this overall before I get into the article?
Scammers. Scammers. I mean, I'm not because it. Not even only with this auction, like even with cars, no one car auctions. There's a lot of sneaky people. I've had the experience where in the car world. So for example, there's this thick oil that looks like honey, right?
Right.
Now, by putting this oil, if the engine is ticking or knocking, it definitely needs a rebuild. Now, I've seen some people put this oil and it creates a temporary, like sticky lubrication where it doesn't knock.
Right.
These assholes take it to the auction, they mark it as good condition, and they fucking sell it. Fucking whoever bought it drives it back to the shop or whatever, and then fucking does the oil change and boom, knocks the fuck out. So it's not. I feel like I'm not surprised that it happened. I'm just surprised of how long it took for people to start figuring it out.
I've always had this thing, right, where grading. Why would people? I understand why people get it graded, right?
Yeah,
But I always ask myself, why do people buy expensive shit and then they're just going to keep it in the thing, right? Collectibles. Because a
yeah,
lot of times I saw somebody get like an action figure, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. And then the guy said that he opened it. And I was like, well, why did you open it if it was graded, right? He said,
yeah.
oh, to check everything and just to play with it, right? But I've always heard whispers of that these things were fake. These grading things, you could fake them, sell it, and then when somebody had the nerve, right, to ruin the collector value of the thing, they would open it on up, and guess what? It'd be a fucking fake. It'd be a Chinese duplicate. It would be two cards, so one back because it doesn't have the original backing or the backing's damaged, but the front's
Yeah.
nice, or vice versa. There was always little things that people were finding, right? But to hear that an auction house and a grading firm are in cahoots and they're basically just inflating the value of the collectible games artificially, that is a fucking scam, bro. And even just like the little breadcrumbs of conspiracy theories, that's gonna open up a whole new gateway of problems.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is
Like
wild.
imagine everything that has been graded from fucking years ago is gonna go into this basically a hole where it's just they're gonna lose value.
Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. Let's see here. So, in one of the videos explaining a fraud, Jobst explains the chairman of Heritage Auctions allegedly set an initial record price for Super Mario Bros. This same world record was then used as a part of a press release. Okay, and here it says right here. So what you have here is a chairman of the auction house buying a game for a record price and then creating a press release about his own purchase, in which himself and the president of the grading company are stating that the value of the game is going up. He then advertises that his own game will be going up for auction in the future through his own auction house.
Through his own auction house.
Uh-huh. Through his own auction house. Right? So
Does it
we have
smell like
it smells like bullshit. It smells like,
yeah,
it smells like
it
digital
smells like a
bullshit.
setup.
You know? Grade 10
It
bullshit.
smells like it smells like something's going about to be how do you say it? Fixed.
Right. It's looking very a Warzone hackerish to me, okay? So, a statement from Heritage says Heritage strongly refutes any allegation that it or its officers are involved in bidding, market manipulation, or any similarly illegal or unethical practices. Heritage prides itself on our transparency and being a building that built by for the collectors. With this in mind, we welcome the opportunity to discuss the video game marketplace further and would invite Mr. Jobs to our world headquarters in Dallas to tour our operations and speak further with leadership. So they weren't the only ones that were under hot water. The other company too was named Wada Games, okay?
Water games.
Wada Games. And they also responded with their own type of statement, which says, Wada Games is a trusted leader in collectible video game grading, and we're honored to play a key role in this booming industry that we are about to incredibly blow up and be passionate about. We're humbled by the support of our thousands of customers who trust us to provide accurate and transparent grading. The claims in this video are completely baseless and defamatory, and it is unfortunate that Mr. Jobs did not contact us to give us the opportunity to correct him. So you basically have somebody crying wolf, and wolves are crying back. Nobody wants to get caught doing this bullshit. And you have statements going out left and right saying, that's not true, come see our stuff. It's a little sus. Okay? It's a little sus, and here's why. We'll use the military. You think the military, in whatever war, you think we go and we tell the other people what the fuck we're doing? No, we tell them when we do stuff,
Yeah.
So you know why? So they don't prepare a defense.
A surprise attack.
That's a surprise, a Trojan horse, Why would this guy go and tell these companies, hey, you know what? I think it's bullshit. Let me go over there. Right?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, sure. We'll get you something on fucking Friday to fly out here, right?
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're fucking scramming to get any type of evidence out of there. They're working on a routine. They're working on the tour that's going to show him this, but not enough, And I don't think they're going to give the honest answer. So everything right now is alleged, but this guy, Mr. Jobs, he's showing you guys something, okay? If it smells like shit, looks like shit, it is shit. That's what I have to say. So how do you feel about that after hearing both of the statements from both companies?
I feel like one of these is gonna shine bright like a diamond.
Right.
And I hope that that this gets settled, because if it doesn't, it's just gonna continue to basically rise up the cost on whatever it is. One says one thing, the other one says no. It's like two little kids fucking fighting over who did what.
Hmm.
Both of them are saying they didn't do it.
But
So
one of them did
imagine,
it.
yeah, and then they're just hiding behind it, but it'll come to a point where the sneaky one will start to get a little bit more market share and do stupid things because they're able to, how to say, like control the market how they want to. And I don't know, it's gonna be a little nice war that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna cause some issues, but I think it's gonna keep everybody, especially collectors, on their toes. Now they're gonna get they're not gonna just take the fact that it's graded, for granted. Now they're gonna look at it graded, and then they might even do their own type of thing, where they like make it sure that it's graded properly and send it to another person that's gonna grade it. And
But if the grading system or whatever, it just took a big hit, I think that collectors is gonna be one of the least important things that they look for. You can have a shiny ass shell on the outside. The fucking motherboard is all fucking nasty with sticky missing parts inside.
yeah,
So I feel like this is gonna take a bust in the whole grading thing, where as getting collectibles is not going to be the biggest factor of the price of the collectible.
yeah, it's gonna require something like else, bro. Like it's not just gonna have to be like the just like the piece just enclosed in some type of plastic container. They're gonna have to enclose like some type of DVD of you rating it and expecting it, and then putting it in there. Like from beginning to end. Once you close it, once you put it in the thing, like there should be like some type of footage. And then
Yeah.
when you get that sent, you also get your copy of what they did to look at it, how they graded it, what they found, and that way when you sell it, you could be like, oh, this shit's empty. This is bullshit. Like, okay, here as a matter of fact, here's a video, here's this of them grading it. Boom, here's the 100% proof now. Because now they're not
Yeah.
being trusted, and that's the issue. Now people are not only just going to either not buy collectibles, they're going to destroy collectibles by opening it and making sure that it's the fucking great, it's graded properly,
Yeah, true.
or even have the thing that they're like they spent so much money on. Nobody wants to buy a piece of plastic and fucking box art. People want to buy the box art in perfect condition.
Yeah, it's gonna lose credibility. So
Yeah, so yeah, that's about it, guys. I think they're gonna be done. So I'll keep you guys,
see what happens in
updated.
the future.
Yeah, we'll see what's updated, but let me tell you something. I've always thought that this was trash. I've learned from my uncle when we used to go and smash cans and give them to the place where you give the cans. Remember the little 5 cents per can?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, we used to put rocks in them because they were too lazy to fucking look at every can, so they did it by weight. So when you would smash rocks in the can, and then you'd smash the can, the can would weigh like 4 or 5 cans. You
In
do that
one.
to every can. Yeah, you do that to every can. You have volume. They're not gonna look at it. They weigh it. Oh, you have 700 cans. Here's fucking $20. When you only had like maybe like fucking a couple hundred in there.
Yeah.
So I learned from there that you should never trust. You should never trust that type of situation where they don't look at shit. So